to go full screen.
Good. It says it's paused. Let me see. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Becky with Real Estate IQ. I'm here with Max and Marty Chera. And we're actually, if you want to go ahead, go to the next slide. We're going to start this event promptly at 12:10 with the actual content to give people a time to continue to join and get their Zoom stuff all set up. So if you'd like, in the meantime, you're welcome to take a last minute run for coffee or something. So in the meantime, we'll also just kind of do a little bit of networking. So if you're new to Zoom, if you hover near the bottom of your screen, you can see where it says chat. And so if you want to do that and then type into the chat box and let us know where you're from. Also, maybe, what you hope to get out of the webinar today. If you have a service that might be applicable to somebody in the real estate investing business, you're welcome to put that in the chat as well. And so there's a place where it says to all panelists. You can change that to say all panelists and attendees. And then everybody who's on the call will see it. Or if it's all panelists, then it's just Max, Marty, myself, and my Real Estate IQ webinar hosts that are with us as well. So we have Ian here from Dallas. I'm in Houston. Is it as hot there as it is here? We're supposed to have record high heat today.
Oh yeah, but you can't wait for August.
You know what? Honestly, I was telling Marty, it doesn't change much here. What we have now will be the same through all of June, July, August, and into most of September. And then it'll start to cool off. So yeah. Ian feels great in Dallas. We have Rob here from New York. Max and Marty are up in New York as well.
Yep. I know Rob Banks very well, yes.
Wonderful. We have Donna from Spring, Texas. That's here in the Houston area. Tom from Montgomery. Montgomery as in Houston? Montgomery County. We have Faustina from Dallas. Excited to learn how hard money lending can help as a newbie so she can teach others how to integrate it in their real estate investing business. Awesome. All right, Tom, yep, you're up on Lake Conroe. We have Sue from Kingwood. Hi, Sue, it's been a while. I used to see Sue at networking events every week in Houston. So I miss you, Sue. We have Alex, an investor-friendly realtor in the DFW Arlington area. That's good. Anybody in that area take note of Alex, because you definitely need an investor-friendly realtor on your team, somebody who understands what you're trying to do. We have Sammy from Dallas. Alex's info is in the chat box. So if you click on chat, if you haven't done that yet, put that to panelists and attendees so everybody can see it. Hmm. Hey, Ro, good to see you again. Sammy's looking to get into fix and flips investing. Awesome. You're going to need a hard money lender to help you with that. Ray, the hard money lender is the one who's going to be giving you the information today in this webinar, Max and Marty. So you'll get all of their information at the end so you can contact them. So Max and Marty, I don't think this is part of your presentation, so I don't want to mess it up if it is. But what of the areas that you're in, where are you seeing the most or the least effect of the whole COVID thing?
Max, want to get that one?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually one of my favorite topics right now since there's so much of that going around. So, personally speaking, what I'm seeing is the big markets such as New York, California, where they're pretty high price point, they maybe hit a luxury market automatically just by being in that market. Those are where I'm kind of seeing the most decrease in value and where people are trying to maybe, some are calling it an exodus, such as from like New York to New Jersey, California to Texas. These are moves that people were always making. It wasn't something that came up out of nowhere. They're just more of it's now there is a motivation to get people to do it more often. So we're seeing a lot of things, whereas New Jersey, Texas, we're seeing prices come up as opposed to places like California, New York, where prices are slowly going down a little bit. Obviously, none of us have seen the full, course of action of, what's going to happen with the market and how it's going to fully get affected, since a lot of things really didn't play out yet, such as deferments for lows and things like that. So I think it'll be interesting to see what actually does happen in the next few months.
And just from my perspective, to add to it, like Maxie said, the impact has not fully been there yet. We feel that, coming up now, June, July, and August, for the next 1 to 2 years, while this recession is hitting and people don't have jobs to go back to or business to go back to, that's when they're going to either be downsizing or selling or possibly losing their properties. So, that's when the property prices probably will go down somewhat in certain states. But like you said, in New York, New Jersey, Texas, Florida, there's still a bidding war currently right now. So it's a good thing, and it's negative as well too for the investor.
The good thing, the markets are moving. So there's action happening one way or another, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed as well.
Whether they're buying or selling, as long as somebody's there looking to make a transaction, that's really the first thing we need. And there seems to be a lot more people coming into the market, less afraid, whether it's for their health or whether it's for the actual markets. You know, there's less fear out there in the market. People are getting more comfortable and to normal.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think that's that's true in the everyday life too, which could be causing a spike again.
Hopefully not. Hopefully
Yeah,
the warm
exactly.
weather is definitely an effect that helps slow it down.
Yeah. All right. So we have PJ, who's in New Jersey, commercial realtor.
Yeah, Max, you
Hey,
know him.
PJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, PJ. All right, his information's in the chat as well. And we have, and Alex Conrad, a realtor, also in the chat. Wonderful. Okay, so it is 12:10, so we're going to go ahead and get started. If you didn't see the screen before, you hover your mouse near the bottom, you can see the chat and also the raise hand button, which we can use at the end for live Q&A time so that we can allow you to speak if you raise your hand. All right, we also have these polls, and there's a few poll questions that are going to come up throughout the presentation. And if you answer these poll questions, so the first one's up right there, tell us a little bit about yourself. If you want to go to the next screen, please. If you answer these poll questions, you can be entered into a raffle to win some awesome freebies from Real Estate IQ. And we will do that drawing on Monday at 11 a.m. And then we will let you know if you're the winner, and we'll post it on our Facebook page as well. So do make sure that you join our Facebook page. All right, next, please. All right, so this event is brought to you by Real Estate IQ. We're #1 in deal finding with over 45,000 leads every month. So I'd like to play a short video for you about what one of our clients is saying about our service.
Hey guys, we're here at the Quest $1 trillion mixer right here. And I'm talking to Omero Corona. He's just made more than $100,000 with Real Estate IQ. Could you tell us about your story?
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Omero Corona here at the Quest Trust $1 trillion mixer. Really excited to share my testimony and my story with Real Estate IQ. So over the last, about 6-7 months, I've been using their platform and getting some of their lists, and I was able to finish my first flip recently where I was able to net about $85,000, and in total I think I've been able to make about $100,000 with Real Estate IQ and their tools. So really excited to share this great company with you guys, and definitely give it a shot. I think you guys will take advantage of all the tools, and it'll be profitable for you and your company. Thank you guys.
Thank
potential deal, and we analyze it and we blog about it. So we want to share with you what a good deal looks like and what kind of factors you should be considering when you're analyzing real estate investment deals. A really, really good educational piece for those of you who are trying to learn and get started, because the most important thing is you need to find good deals, and in order to do that, you need to know what a good deal looks like. So make sure you sign up for this free publication. We want to bring a lot of value to you, and please enjoy it.
That was one of our company founders at the end, Steve Liang. So if you'd like to find out more about Real Estate IQ and how we can help your investing business, please just say yes to the poll question that's going to come up right now for a free 45-minute one-on-one online demo. And so somebody will call you, set up an appointment at your convenience, and show you everything that we can do. All right, go ahead to all right, your speaker today is, we have Marty and Max Chera. I think Marty's going to do most of the talking. So Marty, I'll let you go ahead and tell us about yourself and take it away.
Great. So I want to thank Becky and your team so much for this. It's really appreciated. We're all here to provide resources and tools for everybody to, grow their wealth in real estate. So my name is Martin Chera. I'm the owner of Express Capital Financing. Been around for 8 years. We are not just lenders, we are also investors understanding the real estate industry. So building a business about real estate, we have the buying power behind it. Like I said, we are real estate investors. We're here to everybody to get to a successful, profitable closing. Building your business, just to add, I'm sure you don't just need a lender, you need a title company, an insurance, a realtor, and like Becky's offering, which is property leads. You need all this to build your business. So you don't just want to go to a hard money lender for money. You need to get your resources in place, and that would be title, insurance, property leads, a lender in place to get you to build your business and to get you start making money in the business. So we pride ourselves on working with a relationship, and what that means is we talk to our customers, we get to understand their needs, their goals, and their strategies. We're committed to everybody to making their money. However, we do look at deals and we analyze them there. With the same time, that investor-lender relationship is very important, because if a lender is not going to be answering your calls, answering your questions, getting you to your desired goals, or putting you in place on where that goal should be, then he's not satisfying any of your requirements. So we strongly believe in that very much. So as always, we're just consulting you, and this presentation is all about. We are not providing any legal or tax or accounting advice. This is strictly as a consulting approach to your real estate business. So certainty of execution. What is that all about? So we devote the time in making common sense underwriting, calculated decisions, whether or not to invest in the project. You as the client, you're putting in your 10, 20%, but when we're putting in our 80 or 90% and the rehab as well, we're making sure that the profit is there, especially mid-COVID. We want to, make sure that there is a strong profit, that the market conditions haven't changed, and that's what we're here for you and with you. The next page, Max. Okay. So having a relationship with a lender means having a trust and being able to trust that your lender is going to be providing you with the terms that they tell you. Some lenders, they'll tell you they're going to give you a leverage and a rate and all this and all that. And a day before the closing or the day of closing, clients have called me and said, oh, they they decreased the leverage, they increased this, they increased that. So I strongly believe in certainty of execution, which is we commit to our offer on our term sheet. The only way a lender should ever change their terms is when they get back the appraisal and they say something is wrong, whether it's a lower value than what you've told us. Then that lender should advise you then what the new leverage would be or the new terms would be. But there are other lenders that'll just tell you a day before or the day of. And, that's not a very, successful business plan, because you as the investors, you have to come up with that capital now, surprisingly, and, you're upset. You're obviously not going to use that lender anymore, but you want to, have that certainty of execution with that relationship moving forward. So you're not just looking for a lender to provide you the money. You need a lender that's going to answer your questions, get to your goals, your strategies, and maybe modify it, tweak it a little bit so we can explain to you how to get there to build your business. So the next topic up is time. Everybody's pressed for time. There's going to be a lot of properties up there for sale, whether unfortunately now due to the pandemic, deaths, foreclosures, divorces, people losing their jobs, people losing their houses. So you need a lender that is going to answer you and give you the terms, the rates right away, so you don't lose the deal. And for the investors that are putting their deposits on there, I always say you don't want to lose your deal, lose your deposit, lose your relationship with the seller or the realtor, and of course, losing your closing date. So with that said, timing is all about your profit and loss, not losing those relationships and not losing their profits. So we're here to guide you and answer your calls, your text, and your email. So the time is here for you. We answer our calls, by the way, even on a Saturday or a Sunday. We have investors who they have questions, should they put a bid in on Monday morning and this and that, and that's where the time comes in with your lender. So working with us, we understand. I go back a minute, Max. So same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to, and here's one thing about obviously is bringing the closing table on time. Again, we understand that timing is essence, not just on the offer, what a lender is offering you, but that he can close on time. Just right now, mid-COVID, I will say, from my standpoint, that closing time on your first deal is about 10 to 12 days. Second deal and onward, we can close in 2 to 3 days. And the reason why it's taking just a little bit longer on the first deal is maybe there's tenants in there or, owners who are just aggravated and upset that they lost their house. So we have to work it out with the appraisal guys or even setting up an outside or drive-by and things like that. So that's what just takes it a little bit longer during mid-COVID. But after COVID, we can close in about 10 days. And after that, within a week on your second deal. So timing is of essence. We understand that. And we're here to work with you and guide you. So the next topic is leverage. Leverage. I always say OPM, other people's money. So leveraging is about using other people's money to source your capital, because the less you put down on a property, the higher returns on your investment's going to be, the higher profits you're going to have. You're going to have a less deposit and a less risk, because if you're putting down 20 grand, which is 20% on $100,000, you're only risking 20 grand. But if you have 100 grand and you're going to make 100 grand, you'll make 100%. But if you use hard money to OPM, other people's money, and leverage, if the same deal was 100 grand and you got leverage of 80,000 and you put down 20 grand and you still made that same profit of 100 grand, you just made 500% return. So always using other people's money, you're going to have leverage, higher risk, higher profits, low deposit, and a low risk for yourself. And that's what leveraging is all about. So it makes you make money on other people's money. Right now, mid-COVID, I'm happy to say that we just changed from 80% to 85% of the purchase and 100% of the renovations. We feel that as things are opening up a lot more, getting a little more comfortable, we will go back to the normal of 90 and 100. However, right now we're just maximizing at 85 of the purchase and 100% of the reno. So we're happy to say that we do something where we call 100% financing or a JV, a joint venture opportunity, where, and by the way, we call our clients our investors and our partners. So once our clients and partners have done at least 3 deals, we will definitely entertain a JV opportunity where to the client it's 100%. And the way that works is Express Capital will, provide all the debt, that 80 or 90%, and me, myself, will come up with that 10, 15, 20% difference, all the carrying costs, taxes, insurance, whatever it is on the carrying cost to get the deal done. And we'll just make like a profit split of presumably like 80% to the investor and 20% to me. So it provides, investors who are undercapitalized and, have the experience and could do many deals, and they have the opportunities of leads, of properties, and they have the experience. That's what we're looking for, that we could joint venture with our future capital partners and investors. So we have something called unlimited financing. And what that is if you go to, so what that means is there are a lot of lenders that will do one deal and they tell the investor, you know what, until you pay us off, we're not going to do a second deal. Or you've done 4 deals for the year of 2020 and we're not going to, commit to any more. We want to see how you're doing on your current 4 deals. I came up with a program of line of credit. And what that means to investors, unlimited transactions, unlimited amount of deals. Especially right now where there's uncertainty and there's a great opportunity. Why would you want to work with a lender that's only going to do 3 or 4 deals or cap you at $1 or $2 million? You don't want that. You want to grow your business. You want to leave your job and go into real estate, which is the best industry to go into. It's very lucrative. With that said, we have unlimited. We're never going to tell our investor, our partner, you've done 4 deals or $2 million enough. The only way Express Capital will reject that particular client or deal is if we just don't see any profits or, God forbid, fraud, which is never there, thank God. And so we're here to provide that product and program for our investors. Experience. So everybody's going to think, well, experience, what kind of experience do I need from you as an investor? I want to say firsthand that we're talking about us. Some lenders out there are just offering money, 10%, 2 points, 12%, 2 points. But again, you want to have a lender that has a second set of eyes, has your back, knowing what we're doing, because if you don't get your profit, we're not going to get our profit. So I do have clients calling me, oh, I'm getting sometimes a better this and a better that. And then 4 months later, they're calling us up. Guess what? I made $10,000 instead of my 40 grand because I didn't realize this and I didn't realize that. And a very good case study that I'll say recently that happened is that one of my clients was buying a property and we're ready to give him hard money and he wanted to go into permanent financing. So with our consultative approach, a second set of eyes, I wanted to know where the market trends were going with this particular property. And we noticed that a warehouse was coming in, being built right across the street. And I told the client, you think you're going to rent it out, you will rent it, but not for what you think you're going to get. So is it a renter's market being right across the street from a warehouse with trucks coming in day and night? Not really. And he made the decision not to move along, and he took my consultative approach doing that. So you want that second set of eyes, because it's not about the debt of 10% and 2 points or 12% and 2 points. It's a lender that has your back because you're in it for the profit. You're not in it just to get money. You're in it for the profit, and a good respectable lender is going to look out and make sure that you're successful and making sure that the profits are there and guiding you every step of the way if need be. So, like I said, how would you feel if your investor didn't care and you only made 10,000 instead of your expected 50,000? Now, we cannot guarantee you your profits. It's up to you. But again, we could help you and guide you if you need the resources of a contractor or verifiable contractor in your city and state. Talking about contractors, I will say with experience, being an investor, the most important aspect of your project, it's not the money, title, insurance, lawyer, it is your contractor. You pay him on time or quicker, he will get out quicker, or you're just making him happy where he'll get out on time, and your cost of capital is cheaper, not just on your hard money loan, but even your taxes, your insurance, or any other carrying costs. So you want to make sure that, again, your lender has got your back and guide you. We have the referral sources of contractors, title, and insurance, if anybody's out there to scale their business or even to start their business and build their business. So that's what a good lender will provide you with. The bottom line, not always is cheaper, like I said, is better. Picking a right relationship lender that has good products and programs to grow your business or scale your business is what it's all about. You don't want to go to one lender maybe to do a hard money loan, another lender to do permanent financing. If there's a lender such as I and many others out there that could do all your financing, why not do it? It's all about the profits. It's all about scaling your business. And that's what we're all about. And today, mid-COVID, for example, hard money, let's say a score of 650, but they're not going to get permanent financing today. So the investors that are looking to, do the burr movement, they're not going to be able to do it because they can't get permanent financing from a stated income no doc lender, such as myself. They may go to a conventional lender if they're approvable, which I'm not too sure about that. So we're here, like I said, to make sure with our consultative approach, with the market trends, whether it's going to be a good flip, a good renting market, where it's going, how it's going, we're able to provide you with resources and tools to improve and scale your business. So what does Express Capital do? So we're a direct nationwide lender. We were very, very actionable and presentable in Texas. Unfortunately, we haven't been there in the past few months due to the pandemic. However, we're doing a large amount of business in Texas and in a lot of the cities. So we know your state very well. I even have personal multifamily investments over there. So we do a lot of hard money deals. We do bridge loans. What are bridge loans? Are for the investors that are doing multifamily, mixed use, shopping centers, industrial warehouses. We're doing that on a bridge loan. Bridge loan, again, is very similar to hard money. It's quick, it's easy, it's short term. And by the way, we are not credit driven. No financials are required on our deals. We're also a permanent lender for the commercial mortgages. So we could be your Costco of real estate financing. Just to add, I want to say something, again, a good lender is going to look out for the 6 C's, and that's the collateral, that's the condition of the property, the capacity of the investor completing the project. And even if that investor cannot, he doesn't have the capacity to complete it, we will help you and guide you, maybe bringing you somebody that's got the experience who doesn't got the money. We can merge you with somebody that's got a good score. We can merge you with somebody that's got the experience. So if you present the deals to us, we'll see how it fits, not just with leverage, rate, and terms. We can make you connections to, like I said, a good, borrowing, an investor that's got a good score, or perhaps he's got the experience to provide the leverage, or maybe he's got the money. But lenders typically look for the capacity for that investor to complete the deal. We're also looking to make sure that you have your deposit, your 15, 20% down. Character is very important to a lender. We could talk to people on the phone and we could identify if that person is just looking for the cheapest money, but he doesn't know how to execute the deal or not. And then we could identify a person who's got the experience and just wants to get there, but maybe he's lacking something that we could do and help him with. So we're there for that. As far as credit, unfortunately, due to mid-COVID, we need to be at a 650 score. After COVID, we'll go back to our 620. And even after COVID, not only the 620, we could work with borrowers in the 500s. Just when it's below a 620, we're going to ask for interest reserves. And what that is it's putting the escrows of the monthly payments into escrow to protect the loan whenever a score is below a 620. So we work with borrowers in 500s. We just asked them to put in interest reserves of the monthly payments. It is not an extra cost. It is not an extra fee. And if they pay off their loan quicker than 12 months, let's say their interest reserves are 6 months and they selling the property in 3 months, they will get a credit of that 3 months back to what they owe us. So with that said, we also have something called Find That Flip Deal. This was created years ago strictly for wholesalers to put their properties up. Today, I'm happy to say realtors, bankers, wholesalers, property managers, and sellers, landlords, they're putting up their properties up there. It's free. Findthatflipdeal.com. It's free. You can go to our main website, Express Capital Financing, or you can go here. We have 35,000 investors in our database that are constantly looking to buy and sell. So I urge everybody, landlords, wholesalers, developers, realtors, property managers, put your properties up there, sign up. And we ask that once you get a borrower, please come back to us so we can offer leverage, rate, and terms and conditions to that investor. And we even throw a referral fee if anybody's looking for one out there too. So
All right.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, Marty. That's a lot of good information.
My pleasure.
Just to reiterate one thing, that when you're shopping for a hard money lender, it's not just about the rate and the points. It's about everything else and how they can help you with your deal and help make sure that everybody's successful and that everything gets done. So as I say, it's not what it costs you, it's what you're gonna make that you focus on. I think that's true with
I always say it's what a product can do for you and not what it costs for you. What it could do for you is high leverage, low risk, low deposit, and doing many times over. So hard money was created in 2008 when the market kind of crashed, and ever more so it's going to be used more because banks are not doing this when the property's empty, distressed. There's deferred maintenance on it. So, and I just want to add that today, whoever is in the hard money lending realm, we're taking an ever greater risk more than ever, not knowing what the true values are today, with the markets being so fluid and not being volatile, and even the after repair values. Even though you maybe get an appraisal and the realtor feels that it's worth X amount of dollars, we don't know if that's real or not because it is jumping up and down so rapidly.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy times, but we'll get through it and we'll normal out eventually.
Yep.
Just gotta be prepared and not let it stop you.
Exactly.
All right. So just to finish up, and we'll get to question and answers with Max and Marty in just a little bit. I just want to tell you a little bit about Real Estate IQ. I see a lot of new names on here. We were originally, our company was founded 6 to 7 years ago by Steve and Juan Carlos here. And it was originally designed to make it easy for real estate agents to run their comps, because that was before the newer MLS that makes it a bit easier. And it was quite a time-consuming task. But then they expanded to investors, added off-market leads, and all kinds of other things. That's me. I'm in Houston. We have Joseph in Austin, and he's also in charge of San Antonio. We have Rodney in Houston. We also have off-market leads in Florida and Georgia, and are looking to add our MLS access there within the next couple of months as well, and expand from there around the country is our goal. So we have our deal analysis suite that lets you run your own comps with all the actual MLS data that a real estate agent would use, but quicker and easier. And that starts out at just $15 a month, so it's really inexpensive. We have our deal finding suite. With that $15 a month is on the wrong slide. But our deal finding suite includes the comps as well as off-market leads, a county data finder, where you can pull a list from the county tax records of absentee owners, small apartments, whoever you want to market to, you can really create a focus list. And our MLS deal finder lets you find those discounted properties that are listed on the MLS besides that. So I kind of already, these are the off-market leads that we have. These 10 different lists of motivated and distressed sellers. And our premium package gives you these lists that have the little stars by them with the skip tracing already done. And so we've really seen a boost in that product lately because people are not door knocking on pre-foreclosures. They're trying to call and email. And so we give you the information that you need to do that. I already talked about County Data Finder, MLS Deal Finder. If you missed the opportunity earlier to say yes to a one-on-one demo deal finding training using our system, please put it in the chat and somebody will contact you for that as well. And we have good, really good customer service. I know they're good. I trained them. But they're doing a really good job, and it's them now, not me. Here's the information to contact Express Capital and Marty if you have any questions or any, further want to have him look at a deal or, tell you what your options are. Please do that. And whoops, we have that slide again. Real Estate IQ also has some freebies here. So we have some heat maps that kind of show you where the deals are. And then we have our deal of the day, which is what Steve was talking about in the video, which is a live MLS deal that you could make an offer on if you wanted, or it's also a good educational tool, kind of let you know what's out there in the market. So the other thing I want to show you is our new community portal. So I'm going to go out of this. So this is our regular website, realestateiq.co. And if you go to that website, we have our new online community, which is kind of a Facebook just for real estate investors. And so everything on here is going to be focused on that. You're not going to see pictures of people's dinners. So we have our community. The feed is, just like a Facebook feed. And then we have all these groups. And so, whoops, I accidentally clicked there. Back to the groups. Right here, this group right here is going to be Max and Marty's group. So if you come to the community, it's realestateiq.co, click on community, and then right here where you see my name, it'll say sign up. So you can sign up with Google or whatever. It's really fast. We don't need a lot of information. And then you can join groups. So this group right here is Max and Marty's group, Hard Money Guide for Real Estate Investors. So join the community, join their group. That's a place that you can ask them questions that come to you later, as well as you'll get to see the video of their presentation will be posted here as well. So also part of our community, we have our marketplace where you can find whatever other kind of vendors you need for your business, like coaches, contractors, title companies. If you want to do passive investing in notes, you can get that here, get all that information here as well. And then events is where you can find a Real Estate IQ's other webinars that we're doing. So we're doing quite a bit of them now. And so it's a lot to choose from. And then the tools can, you can get more information on anything that I told you about before. So realestateiq.co, click on community, join. We just rolled this out. It's not really big yet, but it's going to get there. I guarantee it. All right, here's Marty's contact information again. Whoops, don't have your name there. There you are. We'll put it back if I can type. And so at this point, we will open it up for questions. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat or you can raise your hand and then we can enable you to speak, whatever your preference would be. All right, Anthony has a question. Oh, nope, took it back. PJ sent a question. Is that in the Q&A?
Oh, sorry, I do have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess sort of, so what's kind of the preferred way, and this is obviously for the folks in lending, what's kind of the preferred way or preferred process that you would like for us to come to you with stuff? And it may just be as simple as a phone call or an email.
As a broker or as a client investor?
As a client investor.
So you could call us up. We'd love to talk and engage, like I said, to understand your needs, your goals, and your strategies. Or you can go directly to our website and apply very simply right there. We always follow up with a call once we get a submittal because we like, again, to talk and build up a relationship. We're not here just to deploy capital. We're here to make sure that you get to your celebratory closing with the successful profits. And I will tell investors, clients, pre-qual. Call us up, even if you don't have an actual deal, but it's a pre-qual with us. You're in the system because you're going to have the confidence of making offers moving forward, knowing that Express Capital is behind you on all your deals. You're going to get to a quicker closing by pre-qualifying, and we're able to send you proof of funds totally free, whether it's subject to a specific property or a generic one, you know, for $500,000, $1 million. So you can give out 20 or 30 offers based upon the leads that you may buy from, you may get from Becky.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Sue asked, what is your maximum amount on a bridge loan?
What is the maximum amount on a bridge loan? So, I mean, on the 1 to 4s, we're going to be around 3 to 4 million. On a commercial property, up to 40 million.
All right, and then Ray asked, can you give a high-level summary of your commercial loan opportunities?
Commercial loan, maybe Max, you could type in what type. Is he hard money or permanent financing?
No, he's about the permanent financing.
Commercial loans. So on the 1 to 4s, I'm happy to say we opened it up about a month ago, 2 months ago. We're at 65% leverage, whether it's a purchase or a refi with a minimum score of 720. And again, that's for the 1 to 4s permanent financing. If it's a commercial property, we could, thank God, go up to 75%, score 650 minimum, purchase or refinance. And that would be multifamily, mixed use, shopping center, and other commercial property types. You know, for example, I know in Texas, industrial is very big. So where,
Did everyone just mute themselves if they're not?
who's that?
I have no idea.
Huh? Maybe it's PJ, maybe.
I think it's Alex.
It's somebody in my office that was saying bye to me. That's why I had myself muted.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so we do a lot of, we do some commercial property mortgages over there, like warehouses and industrial presently right now. So that's a good, property type out in your state. And mobile home parks, for investors out there looking to go into mobile home parks, believe it or not, that is the best property type. Very low maintenance, and rents are decent. So you got very little carrying cost every month from taxes and insurance. There's no property manager, nothing like that. So very minimal expenses and good decent returns on the rentals. And vacancy is very, very light because people are spending X amount of dollars to move there. So the vacancy is going to be very low.
All right, what about new construction?
Great question, great question. So on the 1 to 4s, like most lenders, we do have to put it on pause. And the reason why we did that, I should say, is because we feel that there's going to be an influx of properties coming up in the market that there's not going to be a high demand for construction development of 1 to 4s. So that's why it's on hold for now. But if they're looking to do a multifamily, a mixed use, shopping center, any commercial type of properties, we can entertain that.
Is your commercial loan recourse or non-recourse?
We could do either one. It really just depends on the deal. We could be non-recourse or recourse. Non-recourse, we want to be $1 million or above with a 650 score, and that would be full tax returns, full doc loan, we call that. For a no doc loan, it would be recourse and a 650 score.
Do you want to maybe explain what that means for the
Sure.
on the call?
So when investors are asking for non-recourse, they don't want to be personally responsible for the loan. So with that said, we have some bankable products for the non-recourse, $1 million or above, believe it or not, 80% leverage. And it's geared more for multifamilies and a mixed use and commercial properties for non-recourse borrowers. However, it's going to be a full doc loan. Non-recourse that's for the non-recourse. I'm sorry, I'm saying it backward. That's for the non-recourse. For the recourse, our scores would be, in the 600s, providing higher leverage of 80% or more. And that will close in about 4 weeks. So we are the direct lender on that.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Faustina said, what would you suggest is the best or easiest way for a new investor to start with you based on who you've worked with thus far?
Again, I always tell all my clients, my partners, give us a call. Let's discuss your plan, your goals, your strategies, your needs. We will qualify you on the phone, put you into our system, and let you know what your rates would be, your leverage would be, and we can connect you possibly, like I said, with other investors who may have the experience but no capital, or maybe have, the cash but you don't have, or the credit if you don't have it to get a deal done. So we could provide you with all that, but always talking to a lender, hopefully us, determining your goals, your needs and strategies, and providing you with the capabilities of doing many deals.
Awesome.
I had a guy today, I'm sorry. I had a guy today that I gave him 85% leverage, and he calls me today and says somebody's giving him 90%. And I told him I happen to know that lender, and that lender is not giving 90%. And even if he does, he's doing it in a trust, which means he does not even have to foreclose on the property. He's automatically your partner from day one. And if you, the investor, defaults on anything on the deal, he just takes over the rights and the properties and it's his deal. That's it. So you always, like I said, you want to build that relationship with a lender, not just providing you with the capital, but but the products and the programs are very, very important. Not just to grow, but to know what's in it on the products and the programs. Is it a trust? Is it not? Are we doing joint venture? Are we not? Some lenders are doing 9% for 9 months. Well, I tell them it's the same thing if I told you 12% for my loans or 12 months. So, investors and clients need to know all these things to get started with their, building up a relationship with your lender.
All right, Alex says you mentioned mobile home parks. Do you suggest an established park or starting from scratch?
No, never. No, suggest that it's occupied and it's cash flowing, especially for mortgages, because mortgages we definitely need a cash flow. If you look up on it on Google and doing your research, you'll see it's one of the best properties. And now, as an investor, I'm starting to focus on that, and that's I'm slow in that process, but it's in my next focus on right now. But definitely cash flowing.
And
If you're a newbie.
If I could just add, and also Texas happens to be one of the best places for the mobile home parks. You guys kind of, I don't want to say created the idea of manufactured homes and all that, but you guys definitely take the cake with that. I don't think I've ever driven a highway and seen more homes being delivered. So definitely look into it. I've seen a couple. I know they're scattered around Houston, Austin, Dallas areas, especially the suburbs. So definitely keep your eyes out. And also just PJ, just so you know, he also asked a very similar question. We are talking about more of like the RV parks where it's like a pad that you're renting out, not so much the actual property.
And from my understanding, a lot of mobile home parks they require people to own their manufactured home.
Their mobile home, yeah. And they're going to park it there with the sewer and the water, and they're less likely to leave. And if you think about it, what your acquisition is just the land, and there's very little property maintenance of just cleaning up, and maybe if you have some park grounds and things like that, but you're not going to have, high taxes, and insurance is going to be very low. So the overhead is low, and it's a very easy operations to maintain. Very easy.
All right. Sue is asking, how long will it take for you to do an appraisal? Or what are your appraisal requirements?
If it's hard money, it takes no more than 2 to 3 days to come back to us. We don't work with AMCs, which are appraisal management companies. We work with appraisals that understand the ARVs and the quick turnaround time. So they usually come back within 2 to 3 days on our desk. Because again, it's all about timing. You want to get in, you want to get the property closed, and then you want to get it for sale. So that's what it's all about.
Okay, she's also asking if you finance a warehouse.
Yes, all commercial property types we do. Believe it or not, even bed and breakfast we do. Not that we're specialized in that, but commercial properties, yes. The only thing we don't do here at Express Capital is a primary homeowner. That's it. We don't do that.
And what do you require down?
On?
I think on the warehouse.
If it's a mortgage right now, I'm going to say somewhere between, a high of 70 to a low of 60. So it just depends on the property type, the cash flow, who the borrower is.
And your
I just want to,
score?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
She was also asking about the credit score for that, which I think you said was 650.
On a mortgage, I'd like to be at a 650. However, if a person's got, very low 600s, I can do it. The leverage will be less, the rates will be higher, but I could do it. To put it simple, I have 600 and above on a mortgage, 60 to 70% leverage if that's the score. If the score is above a 650, then we can go up to 70, 75%. Mid-COVID. Well, by the way, everybody, all our information is on our website. It's live. It's not like it's, it's old, it's live. So you can get mid-COVID terms and then actual, terms post-COVID.
Ray is just clarifying, you provide the conventional commercial loans to finance 1 to 4s after the hard money phase, after the rehab is complete, right?
We're not conventional lenders, we're private mortgage lenders. So we're not a bank. And the difference is we'll close the deal in 1 month, not 3 to 4 months. We're not going to ask for tax returns, no W-2s, no income verification. It's all about the property debt service. So we're a non-bank. And we also do 30-year M's. And that's the most important part of that product, because banks are giving 20 or 25 M's. They may offer 4 or 5%, and I may be 6 or 7, but I can show my clients with confidence that even with a higher rate, the mortgage payments are lower. So it's all about the cash flow. So I don't care if they're getting 4%, and if I'm at 7, if your payments are lower, your cash flow is higher, your ROI is higher, your cap rate is higher, and that's what it's all about.
All right, he says perfect. PJ's going back to mobile home versus RV parks.
So Max, you want to touch on that one?
Yeah, so when it comes to your mobile home parks, it's a very similar structure. It really depends. Mobile home is more where they can move, and then you have the manufactured homes where they're kind of built on site. Generally speaking, the main concept that we're trying to get across when it comes to these property types is that you're renting out a pad and not so much real property. You're renting out a space and saying, hey, you can place your property here, your personal property here, and you're gonna pay us for that. There'll usually be a electric hookup. There'll be either a septic tank or a sewer line, depending on how they kind of set it up when the developer started, and that will usually vary, from park to park.
So I would say RV parks are very similar, but they're sort of the Airbnb of a mobile.
Yeah, they're smaller, they're easier to move. So it's ultimately, though, I've seen both on the same park. I've seen parks that have both mobile homes and RVs. So it not necessarily that you have to choose one or the other. The major difference is going to be when you have a manufactured home versus a mobile home. That's where there's a little bit more of a difference. One's a little bit more permanent than the other. But even, I've seen everything. I mean, I had an investor that I dealt with out in Austin, Texas, actually in Lago Vista area, where he had an entire area of manufactured homes that he bought, and he converted all of them to permanents. I mean, he is a contractor and architect himself, so he kind of had that experience. But there's just, a lot of opportunity, whether you want to build on it or if you want to just keep it the way it is. It just leaves a lot of open space, a lot of open opportunity.
All right, Ian says, I'm wanting to do a buy and hold for the first time. I've never done hard money. What is your recommendation for first time buy and hold seeking hard money?
Again, we're here to lend. I go back to the needs, the goals, and the strategies, but we can work with newbies. Yes, a lot of lenders, they want 3+ flips. We can work with newbies, thank God. So the process is not hard, but again, it's just applying, getting on the phone with us. We'll do a quick qualification and letting you know what the exact leverage rate and terms would be. Verbally, I'm going to say for newbies right now, you're going to be, instead of 85, maybe 80. Right now, mid-COVID rates are is from 10 to 12%, depending on the leverage and the experience of the borrower. And points are somewhere 2 to 3%. We also have a program where the points could be added into the monthly interest rate. We could add the points into the time of sale for a 1% premium. And what that means is if a deal, qualifies for 2 points and the client just doesn't have the money or doesn't, want to spend the money right now on the points, we will add for a 1% premium. So we'll make a 3-point deal at the time of sale, and Express Capital will wait that 12 months or whenever he's ready to sell it and pay us off. So we're very, we're flexible, we're easy. We want to, but again, it's all about the client being successful and profitable on the deal, so I can get paid back my capital, and the client gets all their profit.
And if I could add in one little thing on that too. So Ian, one other thing I would mention, and something that we've kind of touched on a little bit during the presentation, is having a team behind you. Number one thing, the first few people you should really be speaking with are your realtors, your lenders, and making sure that you kind of have a grip on the market, you have a grip on what's available to you. And from there, it will make your job a lot easier, where you're not guessing ARVs, trying to do comps for the first time, and maybe missing some valuable information that could be impacting your values. So that's why I would always say, speak with a lender first, understand your buying power, and know what's available to you, and then obviously have a conversation with your realtor where you could go into more depth and see what that looks like. And hey, I mean, maybe your buying power might be a little bit too much for your market. Maybe you're hitting the luxury market, you don't want to be there. Maybe you might be right below that. So it's important to have that conversation, speak with your realtor, speak with your lender, and just have that understanding. Also, for anyone who asked about getting in, how to get in touch with us, we're also going to have a poll that just went out. So if you do want to get pre-approved, just make sure you let us know about that, answer a couple questions to give us a little bit more information on you, and we'd be happy to get in touch with you. Make sure we understand what you're looking for, like my father said, your goals, and make sure we can accomplish that for you.
I just want to add to what Max is saying, and for the newbies, everybody wants confidence. Everybody wants execution and confidence. How do you get that confidence? Well, you're scared to make an offer, but if you're scared to make an offer and not knowing that a lender is going to stick by you or even offer you any kind of money, that's why you want to build up that relationship with the lender first, with the realtor, and with your any other resources, title and insurance. Because having that confidence of going to your seller and saying, I'm prepared to give you X amount of dollars because I know that Express Capital or some hard money lenders behind me on the deals, I know I'm already pre-approved or approved, and here is my proof of funds. That's what it's all about. So you want that confidence for newbies, and especially now in this uncertainty, is going to be an influx of properties, and the smart way to execute and plan is by presenting 20 or 30 offers where you're getting 2 or 3 or 4 a week coming back to you. You want to have that confidence knowing that your lending is already in place. So I do want to say that. And for the people that are getting in deals and it looks good to them, go to my deal calculator on my website, crunch in your own numbers. They're great questions for you to ask your seller or your realtor. Put in your own answers. It's going to show you from your eyes what your profits are going to be and your return on any investment. So we created that for you to see, and as well we'll show you what we see after you come to us with the deal. Good.
All right, awesome. PJ asked a question earlier about real estate IQ. If we had commercial or primarily residential, we are, I suppose, primarily residential, but we do have commercial off-market leads, and we also you can also search for commercial properties with our county data finder, and you can run comps against multifamily properties. We also partner with ROI Muse to bring you a really good commercial deal analysis calculator. So you can find out about that in your demo as well. Thank you for asking.
Listen, there's a saying, in order to get in it, how's that saying going, Max? You gotta be in it to win it. You gotta jump in the pool. For the newbies out there, is it scary? Everything is scary. Getting married is scary. Walking, running, driving is scary. But in order to get in it, you have to get started. Read up, educate yourself on Google. There's great advice on YouTube. And again, your resources of your networking will provide you with information if they want to do it with you and for you.
Absolutely. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis.
Yeah, that's a great phase because a lot of people are just stuck in that and they're afraid to do anything. You just gotta get started. Are you gonna make mistakes? Of course. Nobody became successful without making many mistakes. without making many mistakes. And your mistakes are learning curves to teach you not to do them again or what to do better the next time. And that's the way you should look at this business.
Yep, we teach everyone here on our team that it's failing is part of the process, and we want to fail fast. Failing fast
Exactly.
means
You want to, Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy say, in order to get to success, you have to fail many more times in order to get to success. And I really strongly believe in that.
Yep.
They said Einstein figured out 1,000 ways not to build a light bulb before he figured out one way to create one.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Okay, so looks like you've got another event coming up that you're doing.
We are doing one tonight at 6 o'clock with an IRA company discussing how to disperse their IRA money into real estate financing. Yes.
And we also have one coming up on July, where we're going to do a 5-step process of fixing and flipping a property with Real Estate IQ here as well. So stay tuned for that as well. We'll make sure to get everyone the information. It'll be a 5-step process. So each webinar will go through a different part of the process. So by the end, you should have all the information you need to do your first fix and flip.
Awesome. So yeah, be sure and join us for that as well. Oh, my slide's stuck. Or maybe that's the last one.
Last one.
Last one. So again, realestateiq.co, join the community, join the hard money. Now I forgot what it was called again. Hard Money Guide for Real Estate Investors. Join this group, a great place to network. All the upcoming event information will be there as well. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. And if there are not any other questions, have yourselves a great rest of your day.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Becky, and your team.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you, Max and Marty, for your great information.
Thank you.
And I might be
Thank you for
contacting
your-
you as well.
Yep.
Look forward to it.
Okay. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you. Great information.
Okay.
Thank you, Mara.